How to properly fuck around and find out. I love that. Fuck around and find out. I love that. It's just a cool thing to say. Aaron Alexander, a guy on Align podcast, he does a lot of like body movement, align your body. Really cool. You can type in Align podcast and you'll see it, or type in Aaron, Aaron Alexander. He was talking about, and I think this is really cool, a multitude of small positive choices that are stacked on top of each other, what that creates, the type of foundation it creates. And Charlie Munger, which many of you may know or may not know, he's Warren Buffett's like right-hand man. He's like 90-something years old, and he's still kicking ass and going to conferences and everything else, and has a ton of wisdom. And he said this, he said, it is remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid instead of trying to be very intelligent. It's just a long-term advantage, he says. Just try not to make stupid mistakes. Just try to say, long-term, here's what I need to do. I need to make these small positive choices, and compound interest is a universal principle. You put $1 a day, every single day away, guess what's going to happen? If you're 10 years old, by the time you're 65, you're going to have a shitload of money. It's just the way it goes. It's compound interest. It happens in everything. Look how much interest you pay with a 30-year mortgage. Like, add all that up. It's crazy how much you give to the bank. But he says a good life is a product of a multitude of small positive choices stacked on top of each other to create a robust foundation that will withstand the test of time. Each decision we make from a place of fear, our reactivity adds an unstable layer on our foundation. I want you to think of that. Like you're building a house, and you're pouring concrete on the foundation, and it kind of messes up here, it kind of messes up there. And all those little mess ups on the foundation are your fear and you being reactive instead of proactive. And the opposite of fear to me is love. So love is kindness, being happy, all of those things. So when you make this decision out of fear, you're leaving holes in the foundation, and it's not going to be a very good foundation. And a lot of it is we're too stressed out. A lot of it is a lack of integrity. And so when something hits, and I think this is really, really important, when something bad happens in your life, what's that foundation that you've built on? Have you built the small positive little choices so that when you have a financial issue, when you have something that happens at work, when you lose a relationship, what allows you to have a life that's stable even in those times of turmoil? And what allows that is this long-term decision-making and feedback that will manifest you having a life that won't create a lot of setbacks. I want to explain this a little bit better. I think this is really, really important. You want to create, and he uses this unfuckawithable foundation. You have to look at things that give you joy, give you true fulfillment. Not a chocolate bar, but things that you can look back and say, I was disciplined in this, and I'm proud of this. I'm proud of myself, Jason, because I did this, this, and this. I needed to lose 20 pounds. I felt like I did. I mean, I'm in pretty good shape for my age, and I lift weights, I look pretty good, but I wanted to lose 20 pounds, and I did. And I'm proud of that. And I went keto, didn't cheat, made sure that I did everything, made sure my carbs were all good. And last night, I went to a birthday party and I celebrated. I had some carbs. I had some cake, I had some ice cream, and I had some pasta. But I went right back on my diet the next day. Why? Because I feel better that way, and I've created a foundation of that's the way I want to eat. I like it. It's good. It's good for me, and I want to see what with eating super clean and keto like I am, I want to see where that goes and how my body responds. And then occasionally, when I want to have a celebration or have something special, I'll eat some carbs and have some fun. And Jocko says this, discipline equals freedom. And sometimes it's okay to take some freedom. You don't have to be disciplined 110% of the time, because if you've been disciplined 80% of the time and you've created that positive foundation, as Aaron Alexander was talking about, you've created that positive foundation, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a fun cheat meal. It's going to be amazing. You're going to go to an amazing restaurant. The chef's serving you this, and this, and you're going to eat it all. And then the next day, it's going to be super easy to enjoy. It's almost like you went to a food party, and then the next day you wake up, you feel great, and you go to the gym and you do what you need to do because you've enabled that foundation of making solid, positive choices for a long period of time. It's like, somebody that's gone to Alcohol Anonymous, and you'll talk to them, and, they've been sober for 15 years. A lot of them don't have an issue with alcohol really anymore. Like, they don't get the cravings or none of that. They're like, to be honest with you, it's just over time they built that solid foundation, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And they're able to take that and share that with others. And then that's true wisdom to me. So pay attention to the quality of the decisions that you make. Think of the decision as creating a foundation of integrity, joy, and fulfillment. So integrity, I'm going to be true to myself. And whatever that looks like for you, if you're a hedonist, a Satanist, whatever that is, and integrity to you is something different than somebody else. Maybe you're in a polyamory relationship, and integrity is you just being totally honest with your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many lovers you have. That's on you. For me, I don't judge. I have so much stuff to worry about myself that I don't have time to judge anyone else. And all I'm supposed to do is show love and light to others. It's Jesus' example. That's what he did. That's what I'm going to do. It's not my opportunity to take the time to run around and be the judgment police. No one wants that anyways. So if your integrity, you figure that out for yourself. And then joy, what does joy look like? Like true joy, like true happiness and joy, where you have this peaceful feeling inside of yourself after you do certain actions. It's because when I meditate, Jason, or maybe when it's this or this, whatever it is, figure that out. Know that. Get clear on integrity, joy, and then fulfillment. Maybe once a week going out to eat in a nice restaurant gives you fulfillment. Plan that. Make that one of your big rocks. Put that first thing in your schedule, and then make sure you schedule the gym time so you feel better afterwards. This is where you become, and I love the word that he used, unfuckwithable. And this is where you build that super strong foundation without any holes. And this will prepare you for when something hits you that you're not expecting. You're going to have a solid foundation, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to be able to bounce back so quickly. Just want to let you guys know I believe in all of you. If you're listening to this podcast and you're wanting to learn leadership for your life, for your work, for whatever it is that you're doing, I love you. I'm for you. And I want each and every one of you to succeed. Super happy when I got a message yesterday on how, they listened to the podcast and really enjoyed it. I love those. Appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the Albuquerque Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share. And go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.